let's set up my stream titles, and then we will get going. Alright, and final streaming service that I'm using. Mixer. Alright. We are up. And let's get started. Jedi Master. Thank you. 98%. Sort of disgusting. But I will. Good evening, everyone. I am the Centrist, and I am much more alert today than I was during my last stream, so I'm sort of excited. What did my name say? What was my name? I like that. That's Mongolian throat music, by the way.
Listen, I don't want to upset your rhythm, Cal, but the boss wants a word. You'll be good for us. Here he is, Chief.
An error has been detected on line 10A. All our clamps are jammed. I need 2 workers to climb up and secure the cables.
That's not an easy maneuver.
The guild will double your pay for this shift.
Come on, Cal. What's your score? That couldn't hurt. Huh?
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Get to work.
This way.
And start. Good afternoon, stream. I am the Centrist 2048 if you're on YouTube. And I am going to beat this game if it's the last thing I do.
Sorry, Cal.
Don't worry about it.
I won't talk too much during the cutscenes, because I kind of want those to speak for themselves. This is the ultimate game experience.
Hey, look at that. A separatist ship. Haven't seen a Luke or Hulk in ages.
Yeah. Ages.
Breaking her will be big money.
okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Ladder's out, though. You're gonna have to find another way.
Yeah, no problem. I'll improvise.
See you there, pal.
Alright, so this is the introduction. I don't really call this the tutorial.
Immediately. You are not approved, trash.
You trash? Just not approved.
It's more like a story intro. There's a couple things I really like about this intro. The first off is you get to see the actual size of a Venator. Because these things are absolutely massive. I should remember that I'm probably talking too loud. One of the things I think a lot of times people get wrong in Star Wars is they make the scope of it way too small. When in reality, the buildings are massive, the starships are massive. And this game really does a great job of showing off how big it really is.
Good to see you.
You too. Don't get yourself killed.
That's the idea. Sounds like scrap rats. Creepy. Just passing through, guys. No need to come out and say hi this time.
By the way, I also guarantee you that this game was made by uber Star Wars nerds. Like, serious nerds. Which I am saying as a compliment.
Hey, Cal. I'll meet you at the clamps.
Sounds good. Be there soon.
Well, you sort of have to use nerd as a compliment. It's lost the stigma that it had, even like in the 90s. I think really only after the MCU and Iron Man has nerd
How'd you get here?
How'd you get?
become like a popular way to define yourself.
Look, the ship cutter is here. There it goes. Hey, we should get moving. Yep, good looking out.
It is May 1st, 2020. It's around 1 a.m. Right now it's a Friday. 1 a.m. on a Friday. And tomorrow, oh man, tomorrow the new episode of the Clone Wars comes out. Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 11. And I am hyped.
Got it.
I've been waiting for the next episode for a long time.
All right, clamp secured. Whoa, you okay?
Still here.
Give me a fright there, pal.
Done.
Hang on, I got this. We're done. Get on up here. Come take a look at this. It's a Jedi fighter. What a score! It's a real scrapper's payday. I mean, this thing's been here, what, 4 years?
5.
Whoever flew this went down in a blaze of glory. Those Jedi. Real tragedy. Yeah, I've always said they couldn't all be traitors.
Yeah, maybe.
Guess it's just our lucky day. Empire's gonna get a lot of good material out of it. Yeah, here we are, scrapping these ships from the war just so they can turn around and make new ones. What a racket, huh? All of us risking our necks for the bosses. And the pay was better back during the Republic, too.
Hey, you really should watch what you say.
Listen to me. Find us free like this, it'll be your ticket off this soggy rock.
What makes you think I want out of here?
Come on,
There are
you're a good
R's,
guy.
sir.
You don't end up like me. Eventually, you gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny.
Whatever you say. Hey, we should get back down.
You're not listening to me. What was that?
Final destination. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, in real life advice, if you're ever sliding down a cliff to your death, try to grab something, anything, run into one of these walls. There's all kinds of things you can do to try to avoid falling off the edge, like so. I have it too loud in my headphones, I think. If it's too loud in your headphones, you start talking too loud.
I can't climb up. Drop. Stay on. That's me.
No, don't let go.
I can't hold on. Drop. No.
Believe it or not, that's actually a trick I would use in my soundboard days. So if I wanted, let's say someone is playing the drums too loud, or they're playing guitar too loud, or they're singing too loud, or whatever. Most of the time, if it's any sort of a decent setup, they're going to have a speaker feeding back their audio to them, so that they know how loud they sound. Here's a great tip for people who are really fresh on a soundboard. If you are, if they're singing or playing too loud, then turn up their mic. Then turn up the volume coming out of their speaker, because they're going to sound louder to themselves, so they're going to then be quieter.
We gotta move. Come on.
And the reverse is also true. If you want them to sing louder or play louder, then quiet their speaker,
What was that back there?
and they'll play louder and sing louder.
Wait, that was the Force, wasn't it?
Just forget what you saw, okay? Please
No,
trust me.
I've seen the stories. I've heard it.
Rob,
Bounties out on people like you.
I know.
Yeah, we're ready. We need to be careful. Yeah. You holding up okay?
Good. Yeah. You?
Yeah. Kel, I've been working with you some time now. I've never seen you do anything like that before. We've been through some hell together. So, I know the risk that you took for me. I don't know how to repay you.
Don't mention it. I mean it.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. This place, it's unsafe. Maybe you should, disappear.
Just gonna head back to my place, grab my bag. Tappers owes me a favor.
I heard he was up on Mel Shadella.
Yeah. You won't be seeing me for a while, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, Kel.
Prof?
Having the Force in your game is a really nice mechanic because it lets you do random vision sequences without having to poison Batman every single time you want to do one. Notice everyone's gone, all spooky.
Where are you going?
Notice how the camera's actually zooming in as I walk closer, right? Until right now it's like right over my shoulder. And backs up. It's some nice camera cinematography that they use in the game.
Master.
Trust only in the Force.
Train has stopped.
Yeah, something's going on.
Everybody up. Identification ready. Move out and line up.
Probably just another contraband inspection.
Is this all of them?
Yes, second sister.
We seek a dangerous fugitive. This is no common anarchist, but a devotee of the treasonous Jedi Order. Failure to turn over this traitor will result in a charge of sedition. Turn yourself in, or everyone present shall face summary execution.
I think it's time someone came forward. I've been working on this heap a long time. Way before the war. We refit and rebuilt ships. Best in the galaxy. Then came the Empire. And engineers became scrappers. The workers, they just started getting worked.
Prof.
We all know the truth. We're just too afraid to say it. To the Empire, we're all just expendable.
Yes, you are.
No!
Look at this, a lightsaber.
I found the Jedi!
There's a lesson to be gleaned from that. Maybe it's don't try to give inspirational speeches to Nazis.
How'd you get here?
Maybe it's
Easy now.
don't
Got a stowaway.
get angry
Don't need to call this in.
and throw yourself
This is TK-810.
at the enemy.
Repeat, did you say Jedi? I see you.
Maybe the lesson is don't hold a fugitive who you want to take alive over a cliff.
Jedi? The traitor. Blast him.
There's, like I said, there's a lot of lessons I think you can glean from that rather wacky interaction.
Them all. Found the target. Seal the cargo door. Stay on you.
One way out. Gotta keep moving.
I didn't do training this morning with the rest of us.
I chose to rest instead. Stay back. Just stay back.
Shouldn't have rested there, buddy.
Can't stop everything.
All good, all good. And nice. As you can see, we are moving pretty fast, but we're just gonna pretend that air resistance isn't really a thing in this universe.
The fugitive comes this way.
Although I guess it's a little bit unclear how fast we're moving.
Get the coward.
Don't be next.
How did you kill them all?
Pure skill, man. Pure skill.
Get to the front. Stop the train. Oh no! Need cover. Gotta move in between bursts. Now.
And roll. I might be behind a little bit here.
Faster.
And roll.
I'm ready for you.
Nice.
You shot the coupling out. Gotta get down. Ah! Ah! No, no, no!
This remind anyone of another game?
Whoa! This is
Name rhymes with Uncharted.
bad. Only way is up.
Yeah, screw air resistance. Doesn't matter at all.
We're here to help!
Who are you?
No time! Keep moving! We'll pick you up when we can!
No way would you be able to hear her voice at these speeds. Not a chance. Ah well, I should stop critiquing the physics of it.
I can take it myself.
Very nice.
Pay for that.
Get wrecked.
What now? Train stopped?
Come on, say it with me. I've got a bad feeling about this.
No, this can't be good.
What are you doing, man? You had one chance. One chance. And you blew it. Shame. And... jump!
Hold on!
Alright, that was falling, and now here we get falling with style.
Going somewhere. I recognize that stance. Perhaps you had some training after all. Who was your master? Padawan? Someone I killed, perhaps? What Jedi gave their life so that you might live?
Alright, first of 3 second sister fights.
Jedi.
Pretty basic. Ow. Yeah, parry, block, block, and then immediately... Oh wow, she's blocking me.
You can't run forever.
She's sort of doing some unconventional attacks that I'm annoyed by. Don't block me. Thank you.
Test my patience.
Ah, just out of range. You've got to be sort of careful on that roll, or else you'll be too far to hit her on the backswing. There we go. That was within range. You can actually adjust the roll and how far you come out of it, as well as your follow-up. This game is actually sort of like a combination of the fights from Sekiro and Dark Souls, in that parrying is important, but it's not everything, and evading is important, but it's also not everything. Whereas in Dark Souls, you just roll, 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 and in Sekiro, you just parry, parry, parry. This has a nice combination of the two.
Get on board!
Albeit at a much easier level.
Okay, shut that thing off and grab some seed.
Thanks for the help. But who are you people?
My name is Seer Junda, and this is my captain, Grease Dritus.
How you doing? Yeah, the Mantis is my ship, but you better pay attention to this lady here.
So, who are you?
Cal. Kestis. Who was that back there?
An Imperial Inquisitor. She's a Force user hunting Jedi survivors. And now that she knows who you are, she will not stop until she destroys you.
How do you know so much? And why'd you help me?
We track Imperial communications. We heard the Inquisitors were heading to Bracco. So we made our move.
Oh, yeah? And what's the bounty on Jedi these days anyway?
That's gratitude for you.
I get it. You've been surviving on your own for so long that it's impossible to trust anyone. And it's what's kept you alive. But this is about something bigger than just surviving.
Like what?
Like rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Also, the bounty hunter answer doesn't make a lot of sense, and Cal knows it.
You too. Anybody else?
Oh, we're not good enough for you?
The Jedi Council?
They're gone.
What am I hearing?
So I'm all you've got.
Captain, set a course for Bogano.
Aye, aye.
What is that coming from?
In the meantime, try and relax. Go, you're safe. For now.
No, I don't hear it. Maybe a button was pressed or something.
You gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny. Calico! You were talking in your sleep. Weirdo.
Breeze?
Not now. I got work to do.
That's all. I wrote it. Years ago. You touch an object and witness events connected to it. You feel its history.
It's an echo in the force from the object.
Not many Jedi have that skill.
How would you know that?
I was once a Jedi, but not anymore.
Do I know you?
No. But I knew your master, Jaro Tapal. He was a true guardian of the Republic.
He was a hero. Listen. Something happened to me during
What
the
on
purge.
earth is making that noise?
I survived, but my connection to the Force is damaged. When I meditate, if I let my guard down, I lose control.
Now that I'm hearing
It's
it,
like
it's
I'm
gonna
back in
drive
that
me
moment.
insane.
You survived, Cal. And you're not alone. Not anymore.
We're coming up on our destination.
This is Bogano. A Jedi I knew discovered it before the Purge.
I'm not gonna be able to
Won't
stand
find
that. I need to
any
figure out
notes.
where it's coming from, what
The
it
Empire
is.
doesn't know this place exists.
No.
So, what's the plan? We hide out here?
We're done hiding, Cal. See that structure over there? I believe that vault holds the key to rebuilding the Jedi Order. But it requires someone strong in the Force to pass its test.
And since you're not a Jedi anymore, that's why you need me.
I know you don't trust me. And I'm not really sure I trust you. But we have a common enemy. And a common cause. I'll share more of my plan after you reach the vault.
Maybe it's the keyboard. I do have it sort of scrunched up
Until
here.
then, there's someone here I think you should meet. May the Force be with you.
It's my mouse.
Guess I'm looking for a Jedi then. But if there's already one here, why does Seer need me? This looks like a safe place to meditate. Just need to focus my mind.
That's overhead slash.
BD1. I'm Cal. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking for someone. No, not you. I'm searching for a Jedi, I think. Hold on. You know the Jedi? What do you know? Wait, hold on.
Did you just slice that? Thanks.
I don't hear any more.
That's the Vault Seer mentioned. Whoever I'm supposed to find must be waiting there.
Hmm.
Any ideas? Gotta get across this gap somehow. The zip line? Whoa! How'd you know that would work? Wait, you didn't? Careful over there. That doesn't look safe. Just like back at the scrapyard. Hold on, T-Bone. I'm coming. Whoever lived here used this room for storage. They kept food and supplies.
Hmm.
Hey, that was pretty brave. You okay? Wait, I can help you with that. Will you let me? Oh, okay. Well, your scomp link is busted, but this should help you get moving for now. Okay, try that.
Check. Yeah.
The vault. Yeah, that's where I was headed to. Okay, well, first we gotta figure out a way out of this place. BD, that's a little small for me. Don't worry, I'll find my own way out. Tight fit, but this should work. Those vines look like they lead somewhere. Hope they're sturdy.
If it's not going through the Twitch stream, I actually wouldn't care that much.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Healing stem. You're full of surprises.
I'm going to test.
That's better. Thanks, little droid. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, okay. Here, hop on board. So, how'd you get here?
With any luck, I will not be able to hear the boots.
Don't remember? I've never known a forgetful droid. Can't argue with that. Hey, a chest. Think the Jedi would mind if we grab supplies? What's that, BD-1? That's where we need to go. I can feel it. What's the...
You mapped everywhere we've been.
Well, on some good news, I don't hear anything. So if it's just a problem with my headphones, I wouldn't care. It's not a big enough deal for me to worry about on that end.
I can't make it over there. We gotta find another way.
By the way, it is really eerie to hear yourself, like, with a 10-second delay. Sort of deja vu-ish. Alright, I can't deal with this anymore.
Where are you going?
I'll tune in every so often just to make sure that I've got the audio attuned correctly, we'll say.
This tool was used by someone eager to reach the vault.
Run for it.
They always like to dart into the ground like that. Kill it. Did he? Nice. And that should do it. So since we're on Bagana, we've got a little bit of time here where I'm just kind of running around picking up things. So this is an excellent time, since it's still early on in the stream, to sort of discuss who I am and what I'm doing here. No pun intended. I shouldn't have said no pun intended. That wasn't really funny. I am, again, the Centrist 2048 on YouTube. And my goal is to play the ultimate version of every video game ever made. So what does ultimate mean to me? I guess you could sort of sum it up into a sentence, right? Well, not a sentence, but I have three main goals when it comes to video games. So the ultimate version of to beat the ultimate version of every game.
See something in there?
And I define ultimate with these three traits. One, the game, and I guess you could summarize that as saying the ultimate version of the game is beating the game the way the developers intended it to be beaten. Okay? Beating the game the way the developers intended it to be beaten.
Try again.
It's difficult, Master.
Yes, the path is difficult. It may seem impossible, but with persistence and the Force as your ally, you will overcome any obstacle. You will master any path.
Like beating the game.
Do what you must to reach me.
So there's three main pieces of that. The first is that I beat the game completely. So that means I do all content, basically.
I did it. Persistence and the Force as my ally. Just remembering old tricks. Think you can show me that shortcut again?
So 100% content. Although, I don't know, occasionally there might be some variation on that. One example actually being this game.
This area was used for meditation. There's someone familiar with the Jedi Order.
So the variation that I've sort of encountered in this game is that you're short quite a bit of XP for unlocking the skill tree at the end of the game. So when I end the game, I have opened every box, I've collected every cosmetic item, I've discovered every secret, I've opened every Force Echo, and I've taken every possible data scan that you can in the entire game.
Whoever owned this bag brought it from Coruscant.
Now, I think of that as pretty comprehensive. But even doing that, and even killing all of the enemies that you encounter along the way, which I do, I don't skip enemies, you are still short quite a few XP. You're short about 6 or 7 skill points. I think 7 in an average run, 6 in a very good run.
Hey now.
And in endgame, that represents something like, I don't know, an additional hour and a half of grinding, of doing nothing but repeating a room over and over and over, without stopping. And if you ask me, that sucks. I also don't think it's what... I'm not sure it's what Cal would do, and I'm not sure the developers actually wanted you to do it. Because the abilities they give you at that point are really bad, which is weird considering their endgame abilities. They should actually make you stronger and more powerful, but
They were excited to discover a
they
giant
suck.
creature that lives
They're horrible. Lightsaber throw? Are you serious?
They called it.
It's pure garbage. There is no place in the game where using lightsaber throw is even slightly efficient. So at the end of the game, I won't have 100%. I'll have technically 98% and some skills left undone. But I don't care. So that's how it goes. And you just gotta deal with it.
Sorry about your scalp.
If I ever do a speed run of the game, which I probably will once I finish my Deathless run, I will
Find something, BD1?
have to do the 100%. I'll just have to get all skill points, which will suck. But I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
That creature seems so at home here. Protector of Pagana. I thought that was you. Racy there? Oh, it's on.
The second piece is what I just previously mentioned. I do it deathless. So the entire game, all the content, I do deathless.
Okay, you probably would.
That's because, obviously, in this game, for example, Respawn does not want you to die because they make you respawn whenever you die and redo the part you just died on.
Find something?
If they wanted you to die, it would be built into the story. It is not. Thus, and it makes obvious sense, right? There's the fact that it's like self-evident that they don't want you to die. So, I play the entire game deathless without dying, or that's the goal, at least. And then the final aspect of it is I don't cheat. I don't use any glitches. I don't use any skips. I don't clip through walls. So I try to play everything realistically using only the tools you are given by the developers. And that's my summary of what I'm doing here and what the goal is of the run.
Well done, whoever you are. You have passed the test I left behind and gained access to the vault and this recording, one of many encrypted logs stored in the droid. I am Master Eno Cordova. I may not know your name, but I know your purpose. The fate of the Jedi Order lies in your hands. This place, this vault, is a sacred temple, built by a vanished civilization known as the Zepho. Meditating here, I was granted a premonition through the Force, a vision of doom. I have placed inside this vault a Jedi holocron containing a list of the names and locations of young Force sensitives throughout the galaxy. Ahead, you will find the inner chamber of the vault, but also another test. I can only trust this holocron to someone who has followed my path and understands. Seek out the hidden tombs of the three sages and learn to perceive the mysteries of the Force as the Zepho once did. In this droid, you will find everything you need to succeed on this journey. Go to the Zepho homeworld. There, you will find peace in the eye of the storm.
Holy crap! It just clicked with me how to route the ice caves.
And may the Force be with you.
Shortcut stim. I'm such an idiot for not seeing it before. Oh man, I don't know. My brain must have just been working on it for like the last 3 days, so I'm even thinking about it because I just cracked it.
I guess you were
Let's
the
go.
we're supposed to meet.
Yes.
You know, I've been alone for a while now. Without any purpose, just hiding. There's no way to live. Not for a Jedi. Or a droid. Maybe Seer was right. Maybe we're done hiding. Hey. You want to meet some, friends of mine? I think I found what you wanted me to see.
Sounds like you did. We'll be waiting.
Oh, that was beautiful. Let's go. Yeah, I tried to just single evade out of that, and it was kind of dumb. Excuse me.
Stim, BD1. That feels better.
I've tried for a long time to see if I can get up to this platform right up here. Because it would sort of speed up my collecting at the end of the game, but I cannot, unfortunately.
I'll check it out.
My friend, it appears the Zepho had some interest in Dathomir. Strange. For such a peaceful culture to have any sort of fascination with a place so dark.
As you can see, in terms of the completionist section of what I'm doing, every time I get a data point, I'm looking it up. That's for the benefit of verification and for the benefit of anyone who happens to be watching the stream. You can, at your leisure, pause the recording and view it for as long as you want.
Oh, hi there. Making a new friend.
I am going to grab the extra healing upgrade, which is this way. It might lengthen again the efficiency of my routing when I return to Bogano to grab the special secrets.
I sense something over here.
but at the same time, it adds a nice bit of protection for me right now. Ow. And if I route it correctly, I won't lose too much time at all.
It was after boggling eggs and the pack fought back. Stim crate. Should be here. Wait, can he carry more? Thanks, BD1.
I'm like Alex Honnold. Well, no, I shouldn't make that reference now. That reference will make a lot more sense later. Oh, nice. Oh, really? Really gonna do this, huh? Ho, get wrecked. A good way to sort of track internally whether you've got all the scans is you can see on the left, whenever you visit the scan, the number total there are, which is really helpful.
Back here. So what was in there?
Pathfinder is actually one of my favorite outfits. I don't know, just sort of looks cool, I guess. You can die here, by the way, if you stand too close to the edge. You'll actually get crushed against this platform. Really cool looking planet, by the way. I love the idea of it. The level's really three-dimensional. There's a lot of places to go. After playing this game many times, it's still hard for me to even keep track of all of it. Hi, Gamer Moment 1257. Hope you're doing well in the coronavirus catastrophe. Ah, thanks so much for the follow. Aw, man. Your friend has corona?
Okay.
I wish them a speedy recovery.
You passed the test.
So you knew about BD1?
Come on board. We'll talk inside.
I had a friend who thought she might have had it, but it turns out to have just been a respiratory infection.
What is that? Get off my sofa! Get
So just like a flu or fever, something unrelated to corona.
That is BD1. He's with us.
I don't care who he's with. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get oil stain out of petroleum fabric?
Not really.
Oh,
It's really hard.
found something better out there than this droid.
Oh, calm down, Breeze. He did. Tell us, Cal.
The vault was built by an ancient civilization called the Zepho. A Jedi named Eno Cordova hid something inside of it.
What did he hide inside?
A holocron from the archives. contains a list of Force-sensitive children.
The next generation of Jedi. I knew it! Oh, Cordova, you old fool.
You knew him?
Yes. A long time ago. I was his apprentice. Cordova was a loner. That little droid and I are probably the only ones that know about Pagano.
Hold on, wait a minute. A hollow what?
A holocron. It stores information, but only accessible to Jedi. Hang on, I think I have one around here.
I don't know. I mean, you know, who knows?
Use the Force.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen.
No, wait. No, man, I can tell you for sure. Coronavirus takes like 2 weeks to incubate. There's a while when you don't even realize you've had it. So if you hung out the day before it was diagnosed, the day before they started getting symptoms, then there's no way it was you. That being said, you might have gotten infected from it, so you should be careful or potentially get one of the antibody tests or something.
How come you're no longer a Jedi?
But if you're anywhere in the age demographic of the average or the extreme average mixer user, then you're not in much danger from it at all.
I believe that rebuilding the Order is the best chance we have against the Empire.
Which is good news.
What do you believe?
I believe I can't keep hiding from the Empire, so I don't really have a choice.
Hal, as long as you're alive, you will always have a choice.
Yeah, you're good.
We're in.
Dathomir Zepho, it's your choice.
Just follow the coronavirus guidelines.
What? You've never seen a terrarium before?
Sure, but don't they usually have plants in them?
Well,
Stay indoors and play video games.
You around the galaxy. But you know, you could pay me back with some seeds.
Thought you hated nature.
When it's out there, you betcha. But when it's behind a comfortably thick wall of Umbaran glass, that's perfection.
Nice Umbara reference.
I'll see if I can find any.
Yeah, I've played this game a lot of times at this point.
Seer, can you feel the Force at all?
Yes. But instead of opening up, push it back down. The exact opposite of what you should do.
Out there, I remembered something about myself before the purge. It was painful, but like I found a piece of myself.
That's good. You're learning to embrace the Force again.
How can you say that?
Because I know what it means to live without it.
Okay, I'll keep trying.
Later, Cal. Please.
So just to quickly restate it, I am playing Deathless. So the idea is if I die, then I don't restart the section, I don't restart the level, I restart the entire game.
What is that thing saying? I don't know.
It is a grand quest, a great adventure, and I have died many, many times.
He can?
Jedi Master.
I didn't mean anything by it. Droids just freak me out.
What doesn't? You sound like an imp. They deactivate droids just because they can. That makes him one of us.
Huh. Well, tough break. I take it back. You're all right, buddy.
My reasoning for it is,
Time to land.
I actually started on Jedi Knight difficulty, but it was way too easy, just way too easy.
Think of a storm brewing down there. This might not be the best time to land.
I sort of went to Master.
Those winds are interfering with our comms.
Hey, Cordova mentioned something about peace in the
But normally I play a game at the whatever's the regular difficulty. It's just that I tend to think that in this game, Jedi Master is the regular difficulty because I don't count. I don't count story mode. I don't count story mode as even a difficulty. So it goes then easy, medium, hard.
Couple bumps ain't gonna
Jedi Knight, I believe, is easy mode.
Can you tell that bucket of balls to keep his opinion to
Which, if you're doing a speedrun, makes sense. Right now, I think on the official forums, they don't make any differences for what difficulty you're on. So, I mean, you might as well, right?
Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh. Huh. Perfect landing. Easy money, baby.
But I'm still getting a lot of interference on the comms. It's gonna take me a minute to get them back up.
I'll search for signs of Cordova in the meantime.
Good. I'll be in touch once I crack this. Cal, over here. You did good work on Bogano. The more information we gather on Cordova and the Zepho, the closer we'll get to stuffing the Empire.
I've heard of ancient cultures, but don't know much about them.
I only knew that Cordova was obsessed with the Zepho, believing their teachings to be important. I, too, was intrigued by the mysteries of our galaxy. You better get moving. There's a lot to learn here. Good luck.
I can see you two have been through a lot. It's not easy.
No, it's not. But I think of those who believed in me at one point. If I give up on myself, then I give up on them. I'm sure you have a few of those.
Prof, friend on Braca. He sacrificed himself so I could live.
Questionable whether he sacrificed himself for anything.
Keep going, Cal. For Prof. For everyone.
BD-1's a helpful droid.
He does seem to be warming up to you.
Cordova must have really liked droids. He decided to leave such important information with BD-1.
I only assume he chose BD-1 because he needed some sort of ability to store encrypted information. These exploration droids are good tools for that sort of thing. But I'm sure he's more than that. Please, I'm trying to collect my thoughts.
What do you get if I send a sticker? I have no idea. Mixer.
Oh, we did it. We did it. I hope you're not hurt.
So honestly,
Who are you talking to?
I got my Mixer account like a few weeks ago.
The Manus? Good name, right?
Most of the time I would stream on Twitch.
Probably never even flown a ship.
I
Maybe I'll
think
meet you one day when you're done with your Jedi
I think
stuff.
you're actually
I'll
my
maybe give you a
first
discount.
ever viewer on Mixer.
It's dangerous being on the run, huh?
So
You lose
I
something?
don't know.
His name is Prof. Traded his life for mine.
Immortality,
He's
perhaps?
a tough, strong guy. Not
Who
far
knows?
from myself.
He was. Since the day I stepped foot on Braca, he watched over me. Never complained.
Never complain? On that trash heap?
I just hope he didn't do it for nothing.
They never do, kid. They never do.
Nice landing, Grease.
Me? Oh, yeah. Not a problem. It's easy for a skilled pilot like myself, especially when flying a ship like this. This baby was a steal. Well, I mean, I didn't steal it. I bought it. Well, I sort of, almost. I mean, I got a small loan. Big loan, actually. No, it's fine. Look, we're all fine. Don't worry about it. Don't you have Jedi stuff to do? Get to it, kid. What do you want? You're up to something. Nothing gets past old Greasy. I'm watching.
Good to hear, man. Happy to have you. Well, this is Zepho. If you look around and say to yourself, wow, this is really a lot like Tomb Raider, then you would be right. Nope. What other games do I play? I play World of Warcraft Classic. And I'm doing very good on that. I'm the second best tank in my guild.
Watch out, BD.
Well, at least in terms of the sort of gear I have. Ah. Rude. Whoa, that's too close to the edge.
Scanning again?
I played the Arkham games for a while, but I didn't know enough about Twitch, Mixer, or YouTube gaming to actually save the streams I did. So even though I got a deathless run of Arkham City and Asylum, I did not actually have it saved, which is why it doesn't appear as a video anywhere.
Maybe looking for the tombs?
which
Let's
sucks.
hope not. Just got our comms working.
Ow.
I'll try the same workaround to crack into theirs.
But ever since then, I've been a lot better at being able to make sure that all my streams are saved.
Hey, BD1.
So if I do manage to succeed in my goal for this stream, then I will be able to save it and record it for the rest of the time. Or at least as long as the Twitch servers exist. Yes, Kashyyyk is also my favorite world in this game. I love the variation in the look of how it is. I love the Imperial Factory. I love the trench. I love the spiders. I love everything. It's awesome. And don't get me wrong, the other planets are awesome. I love the look of Bogano. I love the look of Zepho's pretty cool, if a little Tomb Raider-y. Ilum is probably my next favorite planet.
This, you and I are going to be unstoppable.
Because I love the Crystal Cave idea. I'm a mega Star Wars fan, by the way. Alright, that's all the stims I'll be getting for a while. The next stim I get is actually... Where is it? Stim number 5 shows up in the Imperial Excavation. So not for a while. In case you're curious, using a site named Restream, I'm actually able to be streaming this out to Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer at the same time. And yeah, I love the graphics in the game. Although I'm not speedrunning right now, I normally, when I'm doing a Deathless run, I'm training for speedrunning at the same time. So I'm making a lot of, like, movement decisions based on how I would do it if I was speedrunning. One, because I want to speedrun eventually, but two, but secondly, because, it's just good, sort of, it's good mechanics to do so. Oh, this might be a little... I didn't think I'd grab onto that top one. And second, because it's sort of just good mechanics to speed things up whenever you can. Yes, you can. I actually did that already. I actually did that before I left Pagano. So yeah, that's why I have 4 stims now and not 3.
Take her and go. I'll lead them away.
Ulster, no!
It's all lies. The Empire just wanted this land.
That's actually a decision I make in deference to the Deathless aspect of it. Since in a pure speedrun, I probably would not pick up that stim, regardless of if I was doing 100% or not. My reasoning for that being, it sort of takes you out of the way in routing, so I would probably have gotten that the last time I visited Bogano in a 100% run. And... hang on, let me think. There's only one you can get on Bogano right away. And I'm trying to think of where the other one is. Because I think there are 2 on Bogano.
From their homes.
One.
Frightened refugees, shipped off to work camps.
Well, hang on. Is there? I'm actually running through all of them in my mind right now. Okay, so you start with 2. Pick up 1 here, that's Zepho 3. Bogano 4. I know there's 10 total. I don't know. I can't... I'll remember them when I get to specific areas. I guess it's the way my memory works. So here's sort of one of the puzzles of trying to do something like this. Option number 1 for doing a run like this is to have basically a wiki right in front of you, or writing out the locations of all of this stuff, and it takes forever. And I actually have done that on a couple things, like when I was trying to navigate the prison and the sewer in Arkham Asylum. I actually had a map that I would reference. But most of the time, I don't want to go through that, and certainly that would be a long list if I wrote it out. So I have to just remember everything for this game. And one of the things is you actually can't remember 10 hours of material. It's almost physically impossible. Hang on, quick break. Whenever I'm getting these upgrades, I always prioritize just maximum life and maximum force. Beyond that, I buy Dash Strike because I need to buy it, even though it's sort of worthless. And then Sprint Strike, which I will use all the time. Sprint Strike's my favorite. It's basically a double damage attack that costs no force, which is awesome. And that way I can keep using my force for the slow, which is by far the most efficient use of your force bar. But anyway, yes, I did pick up that. Stim. But going back to how I sort of break down the locations of all of this stuff, because if you're going to get every data point and every force echo and all exploration in the entire game, you need to remember everything, but I can't remember it all at once. I'm not sure there's many people who can. So I break it down in my head into files. If you've ever heard of a memory palace technique, what I sort of use is more like a memory cabin, because I'm not fantastic at it, so I need, like, context clues. Like, for example, going through a level. But that's sort of how I break it down in my head. So I'm in this section of the level, and I break down the specific actions. That was too slow, I gotta wait. So I break down the locations of everything I need based on where I am in the level and what order I have to do things in. For example, I know this guy's about to come around the corner. I stand here, I let him charge me, roll to the left, sprint strike, 2 attacks, roll, and another sprint strike, and that should kill him.
What's this?
Or I'm coming around the corner, there's going to be like 4 infantry, one of whom I kill immediately, a ranged on the rock, and a rocket launcher. Right here. I roll into here, rocket launcher fires, I roll out of it, and that lets these guys die. Shoot, this guy's ranged, and now I have to wait. And now I can run up to him. And that's everything that I just said that is a charted out attack. That is, actually, like, that's throughout the whole game. Whoa. No, yeah, the parry kills are awesome. The one thing that's a little, like, that I kind of wonder about is that when you are killing an animal, you can actually, like, chop off their limbs. But you can't do that for humans, which I guess is, like, the fact that this is a Disney game, and they didn't want you to just be, like, beheading enemies or stuff. Although I hope for the sequel that they just kind of get over the squeamishness and, like, say a lightsaber is a lightsaber, and it's Star Wars, these things happen. Stun. Perfect.
This crate was moved here by stormtroopers. They seemed anxious for some reason, pressured to find relics.
I mentioned on Bogano, but the level design of the game is awesome. Oh, and I would like to remind my viewers that tomorrow, the episode of the Clone Wars comes out that we have all been waiting for. I think we all expect it to be Order 66 being dropped on Ahsoka.
Guess we're on the right track, huh, BD?
It's gonna be so awesome. I can barely wait.
Okay, I got this.
Zero is also fun. Oh, Zepho. Okay. Yeah, I like Zepho.
My friend, in the rotation since I left Bogano, I've uncovered more about the Zepho than I once believed possible.
Jedi incoming. Assault him. He's alive.
I've never blocked all 3 lightsaber blasts with only audio cues to work with before, so I'm really happy about those 3 deflections.
Break's over. All right. Oh, great. It's just me then.
And shoot me. There we go.
Squad is down.
Nice. You can't see that one, so you basically have to wait on the audio cue.
Mariana.
No, yeah, I'm a big fan of Clone Wars. I think what they're doing is awesome. I think it's absolutely worthy of standing up with the other episodes of Star Wars.
Well done.
This guy's kind of annoying because of these platforms and because I don't have double-bladed lightsaber yet. Yes. I have all achievements in the game.
Can't wait to watch these grow.
I wasn't deathless in doing it, which bummed me out. Because I actually got pretty far. I got, like...
Hey now.
where did I get? I got to the final clear on... Where was I? Yeah, I was the final clear on Zepho, and I died in the ice caves. To that totally bogus jump from, to the stim down in the ice caves. That secret. And then on the run after that, I tried to go to the stim from the other direction, from the Imperial Excavation. And then I also died on that jump, which sucked. But I think that there, I can redo that. Because I'm sort of... if I die to a fight or something, I want to die in a way that I know I won't make the same mistake again. So I can route it better the next time. That's always sort of my goal.
In accordance with the Emperor's will, we've occupied Zepho, redistributing its inhabitants.
Anything weird about this picture to you? Notice anything odd?
Its electromagnetic winds have rendered the bulk of our
Yep.
mining technology useless. Meanwhile, more stormtroopers lose their lives to dangerous fauna. We will not be able to fulfill our directive here. It is my recommendation that we disband the project and leave a token outpost to keep scavengers from stealing our technology. it would end like this.
Perfect.
Hey now. What's that, BD1?
When the game first came out, they had a sort of big problem with the hitboxes on those ropes. They were way too small. But I think that's actually one of the things they patched out. I think they made the hitboxes on the ropes bigger. What's my favorite Star Wars movie? Ooh, tough question. Tough question. As a history major, I sort of have to say Episode 4 because of its impact on movies in general. But in reality, Episode 3. I love Revenge of the Sith. I love everything about it. I think it's an amazing film. I think it's sort of cemented. It cemented Darth Sidious as probably one of the greatest villains of all time, at least in my top 3. And then, of course, Star Wars Episode 4 is absolutely legendary.
Proper leadership and motivation, which you cannot provide.
Wait.
You relieved.
There we go. Yeah, I was not a fan of Rise of Skywalker. Whoa, I was a little bit off to the right of that. Yes, it was.
Come on, Jedi, fight us.
Get wrecked.
Not your last mistake. Take this.
Perfect. I don't know. There were a lot of problems with Rise of Skywalker.
Did you find something, BD1?
I'm just happy that Clone Wars is so good. I'm happy Mandalorian is so good. I'm happy this game is so good. Because all of those sort of came out around the same time. And they certainly did not need to be good. They could have been bad. They could have been controversial. And just generically, all Star Wars fans across the board loved all 3 of those things. So I was,
What do they know?
I was happy about that.
I don't think the Empire knows he's been here.
And we have the advantage. For now.
This is a waste of time. What is Crane playing at? Impossible that anything useful is in here.
And last one.
That's interesting. We're on the right track. There's a storm up ahead. Something about it crippled the Empire's equipment. I can feel something pulling me there, beyond the storm.
Following. Let the force concentrate.
All right. I'll do my
Dang it.
best.
I'm not sure why that was out of range.
Come back here. What's that, BD1?
Alright, so there's a specific way you kill these things in. Alright, so you move just far up enough to trigger this guy. Because you don't want to trigger his buddy. Come on, get over here. Perfect. And now that this guy's dead, his buddy gets triggered and runs over. I guess to avenge him. I guess to avenge his friend or something. But it's not gonna work. And now it's time for the leader of the pack to meet his doom.
These things are pretty cute. Seen a storm do
I
that
started
before.
playing Fallen Order a week
Yeah, it's incredible.
after it came out. I bought it and have been playing it with this run in mind. And I've never actually gotten a complete run.
I believe this to be the earliest Cephos.
But I tell you, it shall happen.
Despite my reservations, I cannot chase the Bogano fault from my mind. Its visions shape the direction of an entire culture. I must understand why.
Okay, the game came out like November 15th, 2019, so I've been working on this game for about 5.5 months. Oh, jeez.
I'm in the tomb. Massive.
I'm never gonna finish every video game ever made at this rate.
What about Cordova?
Still not sure what I'm supposed to find. He's a little...
Eccentric? Tell me about it. But he wouldn't send us here for his amusement. Keep an open mind.
Do you see that? Ugh.
From the skies! One of my probably favorite kills in the game right there.
It's not just wind rippling through these chimes. Voices. From the past.
And that does it.
These were used in Zepho meditation rituals. I think they were training Force users.
There's a few misconceptions about this game's development. One is that the game is a Metroidvania. It is not. Most of sure, there's places you can go back to after getting better abilities, but most of the game is laid out in a pretty linear fashion. The only world I have to visit 3 times is Zepho. That's the only one. Wait for it to go back. Okay. Kashyyyk I visit twice. Bogano I visit twice. Dathomir I visit twice. And then Ilum I visit once. So there's actually, like, whereas in Metroid you're, like, backtracking literally all the time, in this game it's quite a bit less. Hang on, I gotta focus. Alright. My favorite boss. Okay, good question. Well, I suppose I'm obligated to say Darth Vader, but he doesn't really count as a boss. So, in terms of actual boss, I sort of want to say Agdo Bagda, since he's like, I sort of like had to beat him when I first started. I was like, okay, I'm level 1, but I can do it. I gotta beat him. And I did, and it was awesome. But in reality, I would say Terran Malicos. He's the dual wielding He's the dual wielding Dark Jedi. And I just think you sort of get to meet him for a while. He's got some really cool aesthetics about him. The arena you fight him in is pretty cool. The fact that you've got, what's her name? I forget her name, but the Dathomirian witch sort of helping you out, although I'm not quite sure what she does precisely. Notice the entire tomb is basically a giant tree, is what they tried to sculpt it into. The Ninth Sister? Fair. Ninth Sister, pretty good boss fight. I certainly enjoy it. I think for me, every time I get there, it's been like, I don't play the game the way most people play it. Most people play it just to beat it, but whenever I do it, it's the end of a completionist, like, 10-hour run. So I think I kind of ruin it for myself. So by the time I get there, I'm like, it's been 10 hours, I want to go to sleep, like, just die already. So then, like, I don't, like, get as much of a chance to, like, really sort of, like, lean back and take it easy and enjoy the fight.
Ugh. Guess a lightsaber can't solve everything.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love that whole section. All right. Hey. Whoa! A lot of damage he just did to himself. That was basically perfect.
Nice job. Scanning again?
I'm dodging. I'm weaving. Ah! Nope. It hit me. If there's a place to stand where you can hit less of those rocks, I haven't seen it yet.
Jedi do not seek aggression, but we stand against it. The Force is there to shield us. The obstacles in your path define the path. What stands in the way becomes the way. Now, try again. Good. Continue. Faster now. Complete the test.
What stands in the way becomes the way.
Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. I love tacos myself.
This Guardian was destroyed long ago. Oh. Okay. What is it?
Tiny bit of backtracking you have to do here to grab this secret. Nice thing about force push is it turns the little pod things into explosive devices.
The Zepho crafted this artifact as an offering to the wind. It was destroyed intentionally for some reason. Did it.
My friend, take a look at the detail on this bark. The distinctive striations. It can only be a Rocher tree from Kashyyyk. It's time to call on our old friend. If the Zepho had contact with Kashyyyk, there is a good chance Chieftain Tarful will know about it.
By the way, the the band that you hear in the game, the ooh ha ha, like that one, is actually a Mongolian band known as the Who. Not Who as in WHO, but Who as in HU. This is Alarum, and this is actually really cool, because I thought at first that this allows you to see the sarcophagus, but no, this allows the dead Alarum to look up and see the Rocher tree above him. Which is, I think, a very nice touch. Personally, I really hope that when I die, I'm cremated, but I don't think my parents will let me. They want some sort of a funeral or something. I don't know. I really don't care if they dumped my ashes in a river somewhere and then went on a trip to like the Bahamas. But whatever. You know.
This was deliberately destroyed. You can still feel the hate of the act.
Alright, this is actually really tricky. I need to line this up. I want it to go straight. And then... oh, wow, it's leaning way left. And one more. Work, please. No, dang it. Okay, I just gotta kill this thing. I should have known I was too far off center. I'm gonna have to push it all the way back up. Dang. That's no fun. Come on. Let's go. No! Get up there. Roll straight back this way, please. Okay, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. Woohoo! Just in time. That was actually really close.
Hey now. What is it? This relic is extremely old, but I get the sense it was part of some type of training ritual for Zepho Force users.
That is 3 out of 3 for Sage Alrum. Ailrum? Alrum? I'm not sure how to pronounce E-I-L. But I mean, you never see, you know, Sage Gary. I am the Sage of Wisdom. Oh, what's your name? My name is Gary. It's always got to be something like, I don't know, wise sounding. What name sounds wise? You know, you never exactly think like, I am the Sage of Eternity, Brad. Like, that just doesn't seem like it makes much sense. And I don't want to be mean to Brad, you know? I'm sure Brad's a great, you know, a great guy. But when I picture Brad, I see a middle-aged white guy, like, mowing the lawn with a push mower, waving like, hey, neighbor! Like, you know, no offense to Brads out there. I don't know. Everyone's name is different. I mean, my parents were weird. They named me the centrist. You know, who does that? And freeze. Alright, Tomb of Ailrum is done. We're going back up.
What did you find?
The Zepho went to Kashyyyk. Cordova mentioned someone named Tarful.
A Wookiee chieftain. They were old friends.
Think he's still around?
There's only one way to find out. We have to go to Kashyyyk.
Let's see, when I think of Ryan, I think of sort of like a skater. I don't know. Is that weird? Do you skate at all? It's fine if you don't. My day has been interesting. I guess it's been good. By the way, you can just see that I'm getting like the most basic like life and force mechanics in the game, period. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, you actually do skate. Nice.
Did we just open the way for the Empire?
What's that?
I'm the centrist, verifying all day. Yeah, but my day's been good. You know, you try to keep busy. So my day job before all this was I was a substitute teacher. So there's not a lot of call for that nowadays. There we go. Get wrecked.
Hey.
Under normal circumstances, I would be working, but with all the schools in the U.S. closed, even the private runs, there's really not a lot that I can do.
Getting a strange feeling from this one. Ancient Zepho gathered here. I wonder why.
So in the meantime, you know, I'm sort of just trying to stay busy however I can. My dream job? President. Boom. President of the United States. Easy. No, but in reality, I love teaching. I love everything about it. What the heck? Oh, I haven't rested yet. Okay, I guess that works. All the enemies are done. I did not expect that. Normally I've rested by that point, so all the enemies respawn, but since I didn't rest, because my health is still awesome, then I never respawn the enemies. That feels weird, though.
Where are you? We can't wait for you any longer. Sorry.
Yeah, I would really love to be a middle school or a high school history teacher. As lame as that sounds. Beyond that, like long-term teach at a college, maybe. Do something in politics. We'll see. See what happens. But no, it's awesome. It's really cool. That you want to get really good at social media platforms.
Wasn't expecting this. It's a giant Zepho.
It certainly takes like a really specific skill set to be good at social media platforms. Like to be good at TikTok, you have to basically condense something down that people find entertaining into 60 seconds or less. If you go longer than that, then you're not really making content for TikTok. You're making like a YouTube video.
Want to try it out?
Stop! Intruder! You're too quick.
And you're too dead. Ah, I like to block that while I'm in midair. What do you do on YouTube? Gamer 1257. Stop it. And then I'm gonna try to push him off the edge. Oh, this guy like ran right up to me, which is really annoying. Ho ho! Get dunked on. Oh, nice. That can be fun, though. Hey, it's more than I have.
All right then.
Everyone's got to start somewhere, you know. Even even PewDiePie had 16 subscribers once. Everyone's got a unique voice. So the trick, I think, is sort of just to do you, you know. Don't worry too much about what other people are doing. You know. Oh, open. Thank you.
Hey now.
As long as you're having fun and enjoying what you're doing, then it's all worth it.
Seer, there's a transport ship leaving the Empire's base.
I heard. They plan to bring Zepho artifacts to Coruscant.
Does that mean?
That the Emperor is interested in Zepho? Maybe.
Keep an
This
eye
way.
out for those charging creatures, rookie. Affirmative. Enemy! Enemy here!
Loud and clear. Just you and me, scum.
I won't let you win, traitor!
Nice job. Good work, BD1.
Do not concern
Thank you
yourself
very
with
much,
missing
at
out.
Asteroid Spy 3438. Thank you for the follow. Happy to have you here. Right now, I am in the middle of a deathless run that's going very well of Jedi Fallen Order. The first game in my Ultimate Games series.
Know any jokes, BD? I don't know. Why?
We are embarked upon a grand adventure to beat every game in existence without dying. Alright, so you're going to see the first Jotaz up here. No, it is not my first try. It's somewhere like around my 40th try, I think. But every time I've died, I've learned more about the best way to go about winning. For example, don't fight the Jotaz. Fight the Stormtroopers that are going to run out of here first.
Hey, did you see that? Moving to engage! He's hit. Active.
Oh, what the... I didn't expect him to come up that fast.
Eyes on the move.
Notice anything? The Jotaz can't come in. Get wrecked. Alright, and now that he's out here... Yeah, do that. Whoa! He timed that really nicely. Alright, nice work, Jotaz. If that was anywhere else, I would say that, like, it's unfair to do that. Because if sometimes there are places, like, where it's obvious that the guy should be able to get through a door, but he just doesn't because the game is, it's like a glitch in the game. I do not sort of mess with the AI in that sense, where I think it's not fair to mess with the AI, or where the developers didn't intend it to be. But in that specific place, the Jotaz literally can't fit through the door, so I think it's fine. No, don't fall off.
Seer.
Dang it.
Just took down a trooper wearing black and red armor. The same type from Bracca.
A purge trooper. Their only purpose is to hunt Jedi.
Are the Inquisitors coming?
It's possible, but we're far from Bracca. They might think purge troopers are enough. Or they could be stalling you on purpose. Stay wary.
Alright, I'm gonna rest here. Make sure to refill my stims. I won't be back here for a while.
Star Destroyer? It's a Venator.
There could be police inside.
I'll try to find a way to it.
I'm doing Imperial Facility now. I did the Imperial Facility right then as a routing choice. Technically, I can leave and just go to Kashyyyk immediately after.
Just built this memorial to the clones in the Venator.
And you can actually do it pretty fast.
Empire isn't the only thing we have to worry about.
But the way I route it, I am like decently sure that it saves me quite a bit of time to go this way. Because it saves me time both on Zepho and on Kashyyyk. Because I get Scomp Link earlier than I would have normally.
Something smells like old oil.
So even though the routing is a little weird because I go right up to the vendor and then leave, I am pretty sure it does save me a pretty decent amount of time. Thank you again for the taco sticker. And the 400 energy things? I'm not sure what that means.
Imperial excavation is making these tunnels unstable. Well done.
And I should be able to be just in time for this guy. Haha. Force push. Exploding rocket back in your face. Asteroid spy left. Well, I'm happy for the follow.
We got a lot further than we thought.
We can't worry about that now. The Empire's identified you as the Jedi from Bracca. They're searching for the Mantis as we speak.
Can't you move the Mantis?
It's too risky to start the engine. Its power discharge will draw their attention immediately.
I'll be back as fast as I can.
It's all part of streaming. Sometimes people just drop in for a second to see what it's like, see what you're doing. And if it left a follow, maybe it just means he didn't have much time, saw me for a minute, wanted to make sure he got back to me next time I do a stream. I always try to look at, I always try to be optimistic about people. I always try to look at the sunny side up, you know? If someone calls me a name in a supermarket or pushes me, I assume that their, puppy died or something, you know?
Cal, we've got a